adopted, and they were adopted together. So yes, I didn't want to even show it to you if they weren't adopted together after all that. So anyway, welcome to Wednesday's Wisdom, Practicing the Presence. My name is Judy Chapman, and I am an assistant minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Capistrano Valley in San Clemente. It is my joy and my delight to welcome each and every one of you here tonight to our fabulous, exciting evening. We start tonight like we start everything, in prayer. So Jennifer is going to have a chant with us, for us, and then our practitioner tonight is Tony Sparks, and she will be available to you after the service if you so choose to have a quick little session with her so she could see your truth and remove some of those mental blocks and those obstacles that are maybe standing in your way. So.
This is call and response. So repeat after me. I am love, I can feel it. I am love, I am. I am love, I can see it. I am love, I can see it. I am love, I am. I am love, I believe it. I am love, I am. I am. I am. I'm divine, I can feel it. I'm divine, I am. I'm divine, I can see it. I'm divine, I am. I'm divine, I believe it. I'm divine, I am. I'm divine, I am. I am. We are one, I can feel it. We are one, we are. We are one, I can see it. We are one, we are. We are one, I believe it. One, I believe it. We are one, we are. We are one. We are. We are.
As I go within, I recognize Spirit as all there is. God is beauty, joy, and harmony, peace, oneness, unity. We are all blessed to be here at the center tonight, to be filled with Spirit, to open our hearts, and to allow Jennifer Ferren to fill us up with her music, with her speaking. And we're blessed tonight to know that God is within us, centering us. And we are honored to be in this beautiful place tonight. And I am so grateful for this truth. So grateful for all the good that surrounds us and is within us, is a part of us, that we get to share with each other tonight. And so I release these words into the law, knowing that it's already done, it's already so, as we say together. And so it is.
Thank you, Tony. Well, just like the chant said, and just like Tony expanded on in our opening prayer, that we are one. We are divine. We are the beloved. There is only one presence, and that presence is expressed through us. This class that I'm teaching or facilitating, It's All God, it just wakes it up. And it reminds us that we're not one with anything. We are it. We are it. There's nothing out there. Well, there's everything out there. And there's everything in here. It's all one. So I'm really happy that you're here tonight. And we're here to practice. We practice. It's called Wednesday's Wisdom, practicing the presence. And we have so many different ways that we practice this power, this energy, this vitality that we are. And we can do that through prayer, which is the most powerful. In my book, that's the most powerful way to move mountains and to move our consciousness from here to here. It lifts us up when we open our minds and open the doors of our wisdom and receive all the good that is ours. Another way is meditation, or just sitting in the silence. Just stop talking. Sometimes that's really hard. You just have to be quiet. We just do, this means no. Close your mouth. So, sometimes we just have to be in the moment, in the silence, to connect with the I am that I am. Tonight, we have an absolutely fabulous program for you, and I'm just going to give you a little information, and she can expand on that. So our guest tonight is Jennifer Ferren. Her mission is to connect hearts through song and through message. For the past 20 years, Jennifer has been a music minister at some of Atlanta's finest New Thought churches. Being an 8-year member of the Unity's National Music Ministry team, she helps organize, assist, and document the growing New Thought and positive music movement. Her most favorite thing in the world is to create positive energy with the like-minded people like all of you. So please help me welcome tonight's guest, Jennifer Ferren.
Thank you. So we're going to start out in song because I like to sing. There's some San Diego allergy deal going on with me, so I may be talking a little huskier than usual. But it's my pleasure to be here. I am going to be at Unity Center, San Diego, this Sunday, and I was just at Blair Tabor's church, Christ Unity. So I'm kind of a Unity gal. When I quit college back in '86, I was a little disappointed and wasn't really sure where I was going and what I was going to do. And I moved back to Atlanta, and my mom said, Jennifer, don't worry. Our friend Rosemarie here has found the most awesome church. And it happened to be a Unity church. And I went and started singing there every Wednesday night from that point on. From the first time I was there, I was pretty much on board, and have been with Unity and CSL ever since. So my daughter left for school a couple of years ago, and so I decided to quit my day job and quit my cover wedding corporate band and quit my music director deal and start traveling and doing the keynote thing. So that is how I end up here in San Diego and San Clemente with all of you. So tonight we are going to talk about not only about who I am, but as we are all one, it's really collectively who we all are. We're going to talk about just some core principles and truths that you all already know. But as my good friend and mentor, Reverend David Alt, says, I'm here to remind you, and you're here to remind me, and we're always here to remind each other and to support each other. So this first song is a call and response, and it's called I Am Empowered. And 2 years ago, I was doing a white stone ceremony. Have any of you ever participated in a white stone ceremony at the beginning of the year, where you draw a white stone and you write the name, your true name on it, or what aspect you want to work on for that year? Well, a couple of years ago, I wrote on my stone empowerment. And I had been working all these years and was a successful musician and had a top dance band, but I really was still kind of standing in the shadows when it came to standing in my true power and standing in my original music and standing in the authenticity of who I was. So I wrote empowerment on that white stone. And I kept it in my bathroom on the ledge. So every morning as I'm getting ready and doing my hair and makeup, I am empowered. I am empowered. And I worked that for 2 years. And really last year was the first year, after 12 straight months of that it really fell into place, that I really believed it. They say fake it till you make it. Well, I was like doing the Stuart Smalley. I don't know if you've ever watched Saturday Night Live, and they had the Stuart Smalley guy on there. And gosh darn it, I'm good enough. And he'd do the little affirmations. Well, my husband always says, are you doing your Stuart Smalley thing again? Because I'm standing in the mirror. I am empowered. Yep, you're Stuart Smalley, aren't you? Yes. And we say it, and we say these things to ourselves. And as we have spare time in our mind, instead of going to monkey mind and monkey chatter and confrontational speculative conversations, we don't do that. As we become more well-versed in our consciousness and our spiritual practice, we say those affirmations in our head, and we start learning how to focus our energy so that we can step into our power and that we can step into our consciousness on a 24/7 basis. So repeat after me. I am empowered, strong, and full of life. Now you sing it. Empowered, strong, and full of life. And I know it's so, and I know it's so, and so it is, and so it is. Amen, amen. I am amazing, filled with sacred sight. Now you sing. I am amazing, filled with sacred sight. And I know it's so, and I know it's so, and so it is, and so it is. Amen. All right, I'll sing to you for a few minutes. Well, I'm breathless at the beauty that surrounds me every day. I'm a miracle unfolding, and I am guided on my way. I'm grateful and I'm happy. Oh, I got a smile on my face. I am open to the grace of love that fills all time and space. I am empowered, strong, and full of life. Now you sing. I am empowered, strong, and full of life. And I know it's so, and I know it's so, and so it is, and so it is. And I know it's so, I know it's so, and so it is, and so it is. I know it's so, I know it's so, and so it is, so it is. Amen, amen. And now, as Reverend Dr. Barbara King says from Hillside Chapel, got the sniffles. You got to say something 3 times for it to really stick inside you and for you to own it. So I want you to rub your hands together for me right now. I want you to place those hands on your heart chakra, and I want you to say with me, I am empowered, 3 times. First time we're going to hear it. First time we're going to second time we're going to kind of start to know it, and then by the 3rd time we are going to own it, and we are going to know it like it is our truth. So here we go. I am empowered. I am empowered. I am empowered. I am empowered. So how is it that we become empowered? How is it that we learn to stand in our truth? As Reverend Judy said, we meditate on it. We practice it. We remind each other. And I think one of the easiest ways to remember that you are empowered is to really fall into that consciousness of we are all one and that we are all the light of spirit. The light of spirit is in you. The light of spirit is in me. And sometimes that's hard to remember. But when I'm doing a full-on meditation, what I like to do is visualize. Close your eyes for just a second. We'll do like a micro meditation. And I like to visualize an ember right there in your heart space. It's always glowing, and it's always there. And every time we breathe into it, we're breathing that breath of God, that breath of spirit, and keeping it aglow. And as people come into our field of vision, into our field of reality, sometimes it's not as easy to recognize that they are the light of spirit. But if we are all one, if there is one presence, one power in this universe, then they must be the light of spirit. And so what we do is we take that energy of whoever is around us or whatever situation is around us, and we breathe it into that ember in our heart space. And we let that divine ember, that divine light of spirit, filter it. And as whatever that energy is, it's all God, it's all good. Sometimes it can appear less than that. And so we allow that energy to filter through that ember. And as it filters itself, it processes that energy with compassion, with understanding, with love, and with power. Not the ego-based power, but that sense of empowered existence and confidence that comes when we are living and breathing in our consciousness every day. So let's open our eyes again. So a few years back, I was caretaking my grandmother, and she was a character. She had raised herself on the street of New York City. Her parents were both musicians, which is maybe why we always had such a challenge getting along in my formative years. But they would be out gallivanting around, and they would sleep during the day. And so my grandmother was the eldest, and she and her 2 brothers pretty much raised themselves. And she quit school by the time she was in the 6th grade and was working jobs and bringing home money to feed herself and her brothers. And she was just a very interesting soul. She was very hardened. And sometimes she could come across as very acerbic and bitter. And so when it came time for her to have children, she didn't have those nurturing skills. She didn't have it innately, and she had not been taught it. And so by the time she got to be an elderly woman, neither of her children really wanted to have anything to do with her, my mom and my uncle. And my cousins really didn't want to handle the day-to-day operation of helping grandmother. And so that was right when I started finding unity and stepping into my true consciousness as an adult. And it was really a test of finding that light within her. And Around 2005, I went to my very first Unity Ministers Conference, and I was not very confident playing the piano, but I was at the table, breakfast table, with my minister, Reverend Sidney, and the ministers that were going to be co-leading the very first workshop of the conference said, "We just don't know what we're going to do, Sidney. Our musician missed her connecting flight, and the workshop was going to have a lot of music in it." And Sidney said, "Oh, don't worry, Jenny will do it, won't you, Jenny?" I'm like, "What?" Like deer in the headlights, what? I'd always had piano players play behind me, and I was always a front person, and I played at church, but that was about it. So long story longer, I end up in this workshop, and I'm tinkling away and doing, just trying to go with the flow. And one of the very first things the minister says in the workshop is, if God leads you to it, God will lead you through it. And that's a oldie but goodie. We've all heard that one before, but man, it really resonated with me on that day, because I was just starting that path of realizing I was on my own dealing with my grandmother. And I had just started being a full-time music director at Unity of Gainesville, Georgia, and stepping outside of my comfort zone. And here I was in this workshop, not really sure what I was going to do, but if God leads you to it, God will lead you through it. And then a little ways through that workshop, everyone went up and picked a stone out of a bag, and the stone had a word on it. And everyone else had gone up, and I was playing a little background music as people were walking up. And they all said, "Jennifer, come and pick a stone." So I walk up to the bag, and I pick my stone, and it says understanding. Wow, I really needed that one too. And at that point, I was over. I knew the workshop was coming to an end, and I had done a pretty decent job. I had done what they had wanted me to do, and I was feeling a little bit more empowered. But that understanding stone, I'll tell you what, I kept that in my pocket. And every time I went to my grandmother's, I would do church in Gainesville on Sunday, and then I'd go over to my grandmother's house and hang out with her every Sunday afternoon after church, and would do whatever chores or take her to the store or whatever she needed. And all of a sudden, after that conference, when I would get to grandma's house, she wouldn't push my buttons anymore. It's like she saw that I wasn't being shaken. And all of a sudden, she just quit trying to push my buttons. And all of a sudden, once I realized that the light of God is in me, so it has to be in her, and once I said those mantras to myself every time on the drive over there after church, the light of God is in her. I know it is. It's in her. And it's going to be awesome today. And I really did those affirmations the whole way over there. And within the next 6 years of caretaking her, our relationship totally shifted. And I feel like I changed as an individual, recognizing the light within her and recognizing that all of that stuff she was trying to project out on people was just fear and sadness and disappointment that she had incurred all of her life. And all of that stuff that she put out towards everyone else, it wasn't about them. It wasn't about me. It was about her stuff. And once I just said, "Oh, we're not going to worry," I'd go and see her. I'd say, "Grandma, how you doing today? How come nobody else is coming to see me? How come you're the only one that's coming over here to see me?" I said, "Don't you worry about those people. I'm the best one anyway." I said, "Yeah, I'm the coolest one anyway, and we're going to have a great day today." And eventually she started singing the Sonny and Cher song to me. "I got you, babe. And even when she was at the end of her dementia and with days left to live, I'd talk to her on the phone and she'd sing, "I got you, babe." At her funeral service, we sang "I Got You, Babe" by Sonny and Cher. It was awesome. But the whole point of that is the light of spirit is in everyone. And sometimes that is so, so challenging to see when it's your sassy teenager talking back to you, or it's a friend, or it's a coworker, or a boss, or a colleague. It's so hard to see that. But if the light of spirit is in me, and I know it is, then it has to be in you. And it has to be in everyone. My sassy teenager just left me a voicemail. So this one goes out to Doc with 2 T's. The light of spirit lives as you. The light of spirit lives as me. And we shine forth eternally. The light of spirit are we. Now each path we take is always right. For as we walk, we're shining bright. And we are filled with all we need. As we all shine our light for everyone to see. The light of spirit lives as you. The light of spirit lives as me. And we shine forth eternally. The light of spirit are we. 'Cause if it's me, then I know it's you. We shine as one in all we do. We are filled with ecstasy as we all shine our light for everyone to see. The light of spirit lives as you. The light of spirit lives as me. And we shine forth eternally. The light of spirit are we. Oh Lord, this world is ready. Find the light and lose the darkness that's inside. It's time for everybody to receive a holy love that's gonna set us free and show this world what we are all made of. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The light of spirit lives as you. The light of spirit lives as me. And we shine forth eternally. The light of spirit are we. The light of spirit are we. I want you to rub your hands together for me again. I'm going to do the Reverend Dr. Barbara King from Hillside Chapel affirmation 3 times. Right here. Together. I am the light of spirit. Here we go. I am the light of spirit. I am the light of spirit. I am the light of spirit. Gina, is it okay if I undo the track or the cord on my phone? Do you need to mute it? All right. I'm staying at Reverend Blair Tabor's house down in San Diego, and I was practicing for his church service the other day, and I found this gigantic black 3-ring binder of quotes. It's like all the quotes of all the awesome New Thought books. I promise you it's this thick. So I'm like all excited and I'm flipping through and I found all these phenomenal quotes and I thought, I must have this book. I wonder if I can take it to Kinko's and make a copy. But like it's 50 pounds just by itself. So if I try to get it back home, I'm going to have to pay like for a whole nother suitcase. So I just wrote down some of my favorite ones. I'm sorry, I'm really fighting some allergies or something. It's kind of funky. But so I'm going to try to get through this as best I can. But here it is about the light by Emily Cady. The everlasting light abideth in us. But if we shut it off so others cannot receive it, we, by that same mental act, shut it entirely out of our own consciousness. Sometimes out of revenge or out of spite, or when we are in our ego, we choose to shut our light off and ignore people, or to just give less than our best to them. But who's the real loser when that happens? Who really gets hurt the most with that? When we shut our light off for others to see, we shut the light off from within ourselves, and it holds our power in. And we want our power to be able to work through us and outward to everyone around us so that we can be the lights of the world. What I've been working with a lot in this past year is divine will. Thy will, not my will, be done. I was a full-time admin person and a full-time wedding corporate singer for many, many years, and also a full-time music director. And when my daughter went to college a couple of years ago, I decided to step out on faith and start doing the keynote presenting full-time. And it took a while for things to start rolling. And often I was living in doubt and in fear, especially about finances and this and that. And the voice in my head just kept saying to me, Jennifer, let divine will be done. Let go of, I was in a constant state of allowing the good to come into me and a constant state of releasing all the fear and all the doubt and all the worry. And so I started saying the mantra to myself, I am open, God willing. I'm open, God willing. And Charles Fillmore had a really great quote in that giant quote book the other day about will. Charles Fillmore, one of the co-founders of Unity, says in his book Genesis, the will does not reason, but in its harmonious relation acts easily and naturally upon the inspiration of spirit. William L. Fisher from The Mastercraft of Living says, what we really want is what God wants for us, because the will of God is always for the highest good of man. How often is that true? We always say that when we have a goal that we want to attain, if we have a success that we want to achieve, sometimes we get lost in all of the details and we feel like we have to know how to do it. Richard Branson just came out with a great quote about a year or so ago. He's like, don't worry about how to do it. Nothing in this world ever got accomplished by people already knowing how to do it. You just have that goal. You set that goal and you will figure out to do it along the way. Your path will be given to you along the way. And so divine spirit will shine through you and guide you on your way. And so this next song is called I Am Open, God Willing. And it's really been my mantra for this past year. I hold a vision of the life I choose today, and then patiently I wait. So much good's already coming to me now, as I consciously awake. And I am open, God willing. Do that with me. Oh, whoa, whoa, here we go. Oh, I am open, God willing. I am trusting for the time along the way, even when I miss my mark. And I'm learning there are really no mistakes, only brilliant works of heart. And I am open, clearly right in front of me, and I follow where it goes. As in a vision shows me, I will take its lead. As I surrender to the flow, sing it with me. Oh, I am open, God willing. Oh, I am open, God willing. Come on, I want you to sing it like you mean it now. Come on. Oh, I am open, God willing. You got one more time. Oh, I am open, God willing. Take it in 3 times. I am open, God willing. I am open, God willing. And the 3rd time is the charm. I am open, God willing. So I saw Bill Clinton on TV the other day, and he was talking about there's scientific evidence that we are 95% physiologically the same. Have you guys heard this? I can't remember what particular scientific thing he referenced, and he didn't come up with it, but he's saying to everybody in the speech that he's given, we, physiologically speaking, humans are 95% the same. And yet we get so caught up in that 5%, right? Throughout history, throughout our families, the dysfunction, the discord that happens with that 5% of diversity. Ugh, what a shame. So I've been really working hard over this past year about acknowledging that we are all one. And I see other colleagues and other friends that are highly successful and living their bliss, doing what they love to do. Like I said, David Alt is a really good friend and mentor of mine out of Spiritual Living Center Atlanta. Karen Drucker, I talk to her a couple of times a month. And, you know, these are people that I really admire and respect. And years ago, it's not that I was resentful, but I would just kind of feel like the old unempowered me would say, gosh, it's not fair. They're so good. How come they're so successful? And now, as I have grown in my consciousness and been able to stand in my empowerment, now it's like, well, if they're successful and they're living their bliss and being able to make a living doing what they love to do and being of service to people, it's possible for me. I know it is. And so I have been standing in that knowledge that we are all one. And when I accept and love and admire their success, then I can accept it and own it for myself. We are all one, no matter what. I'm going to play this last song on the piano for you, and it's called One. And David actually sang on my CD with me. He sang a lot of the background parts with his husband, Ty, and my best friend, Susan. So it's everyone around this world. I'm sorry, I'm sweating so bad. I think I'm processing something up here. I don't know what it is. I'm just totally hot. But I want you to sing it with me. And we repeat the choruses a lot in my song because I like for people to sing along. I like for you to sing with me since we are all one. I don't like to sing at people. I like to sing with people. So everyone around this world, each woman, man, and boy and girl are one. We are one. Everyone around this world, each woman, man, and boy and girl are one. We are one. Everyone around this world, each woman, man, and boy and girl are one. We are one. Can you sing that with me? Everyone around this world, each woman, man, and boy and girl are one. We are one. You're a part of me, and I'm a part of you. And when we put our hearts together, well, there's nothing we can't do. I'm a part of you, and you're a part of me. And together we can all work together, create a little harmony. Because everyone around this world, each woman, man, and boy and girl are one. We are one. Everyone around this world, each woman, man, and boy and girl are one. We are one. And every time we work in unison, the transformation has begun. And every time that we are conscious, then a whole new world's gonna open up for me and then for you. 'Cause everyone around this world, each woman, man, and boy and girl are one. We are one. Everyone around this world, each woman, man, and boy and girl are one. We are one. So rub your hands together for me. I want you to look at each other when you say this 3 times. We are one. We are one. We are one. So I lied. I have one more song. This is my Tina Turner song. It kind of wraps it all up for you. So if we are all one and you guys aren't feverish, then that means I'm not really feverish right now. It means I'm just having a hot flash. That's all. So I'm here to shine my light and to let love live through me. That's what I'm here to do. Do you guys feel like that's what you're here to do? You're here to shine your light and to let love live through you? And you know, sometimes that's hard to do when you're looking in the mirror, especially when you wake up with your morning hair, you know, and you look at yourself and you get out of the shower. It's like, oh, seriously? But, you know, I have learned in this past year of standing in my power, stepping into who I truly and really am, I have learned to look at myself and say, I am amazing. I am awesome. I am waking up today, and this day is going to be filled doing things that I love to do. I'm going to be I teach dance with, I teach little babies how to dance during the week, which is like the biggest joke in the universe because I got kicked out of ballet when I was about 5 years old. But so I just feel like I'm pulling one over on the universe every day when I wake up during the week because I get to go hang out with babies and have so much fun and teach them how to dance. I'm teaching them beginning ballet and tap and acrobatics. And, you know, when you're around kids, it's just so easy to get it, you know, come to me in the mind of a child. That's what Jesus used to say, right? That was one of his truths. Come to me through the mind of a child. Have that sense of wonderment, that sense of joy, that sense of, you know, there were kids running all around here before service playing hide and go seek and tag and stuff. And it was all this great kid energy. And I was just soaking it up. Gina and I are like, wow, I really need this kid energy right now. It's good for me. I like to feel that vibe because when we look at ourselves in the mirror in the morning or whenever we look at ourselves, we need to always say, I am amazing. I am just a divine creator. I am a miracle. My eyes are working. My nose is working. I can hear. I can function. I can go out into the world and do what I love to do. Life is good. And I am awesome. And so part of the second verse of this song is, as I look into the mirror, now I'm loving who I see. And my life looks so much better when I see who I am and I shine the light that's burning in me. That's really burning in me tonight. But it's true. When we look at ourselves in that light, there's no denying we are a phenomenal creation of spirit. We all are. It doesn't matter if we have wrinkles. It doesn't matter if our hair is thinning a little bit. It doesn't matter if we don't walk with perfect posture anymore. We are alive and awake. And every day that we are alive and awake and we're getting out of bed and we're showing up in the world, that's a miracle. That is a gift from spirit. And we are all one. And if I feel that, and I feel that exuberance, then I know that you feel it too. So this is the summary of who I am and who collectively I feel we all are. I am here to learn, and I am here to love. I'm here to shine my light and to let love live through me. I'm here to let love live through me. I'm here to shine my light and to let love live through me. I'm here to let love live through me. It's the Tina Turner part. As I'm rolling down my river, while I'm dancing to the sea, and my life feels so much better when I know who I am, and I shine the light that's burning in me now. I'm here to shine my light and to let love live through me. I'm here to let love live through me. I'm here to shine my light and to let love live through me. I'm here to let love live through me. And as I look into the mirror, it's really true now. I'm loving who I see. And my life looks so much better when I see who I am. And I shine that light that's burning in me, y'all. I'm here to shine my light and to let love live through me. I'm here to let love live through me. I'm here to shine my light and to let love live through me. I'm here to let love live through me. So put your hands together and put them on your heart chakra. And I want you to say, I am here to learn and I am here to love. Say it 3 times. I am here to learn and I am here to love. I am here to learn and I am here to love. Now, this is the one that means it. I am here to learn and I am here to love. All right, people, here we go. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm here to shine my light and to let love live through me. I'm here to let love live through me. Yeah, yeah. I'm here to shine my light and to let love live through me. I'm here to let love live through me. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for having me this evening. Take care. Thank you so much.
Wow. Just wow. I feel like we have been bathed in your empowerment, and your light. Let's give her another hand. Thank you so much for coming all the way from Georgia to be here with us. And please put us on your list when you do the circuit again. Yes. Good. That's great. Oh, I just love that. I just love that we got to sing with you. It's just so good. That was great. Thank you so much for being here. I've been waiting for it's been about 5 months, right? Yeah, has it been that long? Oh, time flies when you're having fun. Been waiting a long time for her to be here tonight, so I've just been looking so forward to it. Thank you again. And I know that you're just going to be just fine. You are just fine. Healthy and whole. You are healthy and whole. You are healthy and whole. You are healthy and whole. You're just hot, hot, hot. Okay, it's time for our offering. If Mary and Tony would come up, please. Too many Mary. Yeah, just 2 people come up here. And as we take our gift in our hand, we fill it with that light that Jennifer so beautifully expressed to us. We fill it with love. We fill it with joy. We fill it with so much opportunity to expand. So tonight we're grateful. We're grateful to be here now in this moment, at this time. We are grateful for the wisdom and the joy that we gleaned this evening. And we're grateful for our time together. So please say with me, my offering is my acceptance of God as the source of my supply, and it symbolizes my faith in the abundant flow of this supply. Now will Mary Brogdon please stand up? Where are you? There she is. This is your speaker next week. Mary Brogdon is going to talk to us about Rainbow Connection. I'm so looking forward to our next week's service. It's going to be fabulous. 7 o'clock Wednesday, no potluck next week. Only the first Wednesday of every month we have our potluck, and so I'll see you that one also. So did you have a closing song, or you do? All right, so we get in a circle and hold hands first. All right. You might want to dance. Well, we can do. So let's all stand and connect with each other, because Jennifer's all about connection. Oh, by the way, she has a table set up in the back, and she has wonderful CDs for sale, and it's
All right, repeat after me. I'm just going to see if I can croak this one out for you. Here we go. Namaste, 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 oh namaste, the light in me, sees the light in you, sees the light in you, the joy in me, celebrate you, yeah, namaste, 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 oh namaste, the truth in me, sees the truth in you, sees the truth in you, my spirit now, celebrates you, yeah, namaste, 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 oh namaste, oh namaste. the love in me,
the love in me,
sees the love in you.
sees the love in you.
My soul on high
My soul on high
celebrates you.
celebrates you.
All right, we're in the home stretch. Namaste,
The namaste,
namaste, ah,
namaste, ah,
namaste,
namaste,
oh namaste,
oh namaste,
yeah namaste,
yeah namaste,
oh namaste,
oh namaste,
yeah namaste,
namaste,
oh namaste.
oh namaste.